All right. This is this my testimony. Another testimony. I'm gonna continuously put testimony till I can't. I know these people think I'm doing it because they think I'm just gonna stop. It's not gonna stop what's gonna happen to me. It's just I don't want them to live their fantasy. There's so much validation in regard that what they manipulate, how they manipulate, and how obvious these are manipulations. And not only me, but others. Every time like they try to create some kind of disturbing stimulation, or ways I can accidentally like lean my arm like here, and they'll be like, "Oh, stimulation." It's so disgusting. But that's what they do. They're trying to make you feel uncomfortable and try to say, "Oh, that's you see," and it's crazy because I could just like literally like put my arm like leaning there, and they're gonna do something. So these people are gonna try to compensate for it. I know the torture is gonna be horrible because I've been validating over and over and showing how obvious these people are manipulating me. Obviously, it's not, to them they call it talking BS, talking BS, right? And so it's so they're trying to compensate with the torture. These people do these horrible things. They're so pedophilia centric, and it's so obvious that that they can't cover it up. So they're gonna try to make it up with the torture. So to me, I'm like, it's not gonna end. But you guys gonna have to understand. The person you've tortured knows that you guys do this nasty, disturbing manipulation, making him feel uncomfortable, from him unable to even lean on like on this, like even like touching, like not even touching, just like leaning my arm like this and touching the texture of my pants will create some kind of stimulation of some sort and try to create. It's so obvious, and I've been validated that they do these things, and they want me to accept this as me. So there's gonna be torture because they want to live that fantasy. I'm not letting them live the fantasy, and so they think that the torture is gonna make that up. That they were trying to say we're just analyzing, we're matching, and they don't do that. They are manipulating. The mapping was being is so long ago. Now they're just changing you, making you react a certain way. That's the things they do. And here they've been super obvious about it too. Like it's just become like so too much. Like just like a little bit of pressure, like on my, like here. Oh my gosh, stimulation. Try to put something. It's just disgusting. It made me feel so uncomfortable with myself. Um, and so you gotta be strong. You gotta be strong. You gotta understand that these people are just the trash of the trash. And thankfully, I have my surveillance camera, and it kind of shows even how obvious they are. And so when they're like busting, I'm looking at myself, and I'm just trying to like lean my hand there, and it's like, okay, yeah, yeah, that's just too much. So you gotta be strong. Now, in the last video I made, I realized something was forced onto, like forced speech was done to me, and meaning that they made me say something so they can frustrate me. So this is what I said in the last, just the last one. So I always want to like, they try to do something to me and try to make me it's just pure manipulation. So it's gonna be tough, but I'm gonna have to be strong here. So control, they have full control of all of your body, and this stimulates me. It's so disgusting. It's so much, so disgusting. So this little girl, which I talked about, I think 2 days ago, where I hope I should have showed you a picture of her, where they're just stimulating. I've seen her before August 19, 2019, when I was controlling myself, when I was not controlling, when I was myself, when I was not being controlled by somebody, when I was my own person. And they're like, oh, control. So before you were like, had to control. So no, when I was able to be me, when I was me, now when I was being controlled by others, right? They try to mess with you, they force speech, this part of it, try to twist and frustrate you in regard to what you're saying. When I was me. So here you see that they were trying to make me, they made me say control, even though it still makes sense because I was saying like currently they control me, but I remember seeing this picture when I was controlling myself, when I was myself basically. But they use the word controlling myself so they can say, oh, so you control yourself. So you had to control yourself because something was going to happen. You see how they try to manipulate you and get you frustrated. But this is the things they kind of do to frustrate people. And this. You heard this is another
When I speak to my
testament
handlers,
from somebody
they
else.
change the meanings of single words I say, causing the whole sentence to mean something completely different of what I want to say. This causes me great distress, frustration, and anger.
This is when they do the forced speech, and just like me, they will make her say things that kind of change the meaning of something or try to manipulate the meaning. This is the forced speech I talked about, and this is the little girl they're trying to make me subscribe. this, this is Stephen Curry. I remember being able to see that normally. Now they force me to get stimulation. Right now they kind of turn it off, but they also trying to put it in my memory with the stimulation, like this. This guy said.
From what I have experienced, they are able to impose any information on the brain of a person, presumably by some kind of waves, which in the mind take the form of voices, thoughts, and images in imagination. In addition to this kind of implanting information that they need, they manipulate the psyche so that the information is written into your memory. Then, by stimulating the certain regions in the brain, they can retrieve this information and present it as your own memory.
So you can see what they do in memory. 2 seconds ago, they're making me think about. So you see when I put my arm there, I don't want to show my elbow, but it was like I grazed like my like the texture, the fabric of my like of my like private area pants, like the and they're like, oh, you see this, and this is the kind of things they do, and like, oh, you see, what's that? Every time I don't even want to get near that because they always try to then make me stimulate it and then make me think they have disturbing manipulations. It's just disturbing, but that's what they do. But my point is, everything that's being done to me is what they do to others. They manipulate people in certain ways and force them to say things the other way to try to manipulate them to accept this nastiness. It's sometimes almost nonsensical and almost crazy. Well, it is crazy because this is not it's nonsensical. They do these things, and they have no shame to make you believe that this is so you. What? See, that's you. What did you like? What did you accidentally like? See, they have no shame. Then you have people in the whole making noise campaigns, screaming. This is part of this program that does horrible things. You just gotta be strong, like they keep saying that in a condescending way. You have to be strong. Their job is to get you to accept these things, and they're not the strongest people, huh? Like I'm not even talking about physically. Like mentally, they're not strong because how can you like you couldn't be seen by me. You know I'm gonna see you for what you are. Like you know how validated I am. Like, what you gonna be, when I did this? Like, when as I'm reaching for my phone, they can't. These people are trash. They can torture women and children, kids gasping, women torture sexually, rectum, all of that, and they all they can say is like, "Oh, they're assholes." Like, okay, listen, me, I'm gonna die with dignity. There's dignity in this death. It's gonna be horrible, but there's dignity, and I'm gonna die, and that's it, dude. I'll check out. You have no idea how it's gonna happen. You don't know what is are you is coming something coming back. Yes, you're not the only one, you're one of many, but it doesn't mean because there's many cannot be reversed. No, you chose the easy path and now you're gonna be reversed. Me, I was put in this program because I messed with the wrong person, and now I have trash like you who's supposed to make me subscribe to these things. So to all my target individual, they will manipulate you, they will force you to think in different ways, they're gonna do all these kind of things, and I'm here to show you how insane some of these things they do and how they want you to accept these things. They have no shame. No shame. So be strong and remember, justice will be done for what they do to us. They are not gods, they're just the bottom feeders that work for pedophiles, and they will do everything to try to break you down to make you accept these things. I understand. Do not be scared of death. This is an honorable death. This is a dignified death. You could be living like them and then having to face death. So stay strong. Thank you.